What's going on, everyone? So today's video is going to be about what we've bought over the years for our dogs in terms of gear and equipment that they use for our outdoor activities. That's anywhere from a hike to swimming to just walking on the asphalt if it's really hot and so on. So let's get started. First are going to be their packs. Now, all their gear that's mentioned in this video is from a brand called Ruffwear. They're like the Patagonia of outdoor activity equipment for dogs. So I've got two colors here. This is for my boy dog and this is for my girl dog, but they have multiple colors as well as different sizes for these packs. I'll put the pack name specifically for what this pack is, but they have like smaller day packs that have smaller compartments on the side, and then they have backpacking packs for dogs as well, where the compartments on the side are a little bigger. But I'll just take you guys through some of the features. So there is a large grab handle on the top, which is really nice. There's also a part for the leash to connect to, and then a spot on the top where you can hook a light to. Moving into the bag, this is just how I keep them always. I haven't looked inside these bags in several months, but all the stuff inside stays the same. So we have a dog trauma kit. This one is by Rescue Essentials, and the components, it's got a SWAT T tourniquet, a mini compression bandage, and then compressed gauze. The reason that dogs and canines and even small children are going to want a SWAT T tourniquet instead of something like a cat tourniquet is their limbs. The circumference of their limbs are generally smaller, so the occlusion pressure required to stop the blood flow, you're not going to be able to attain that because those cat tourniquets, eventually the pull stops at some point and you can't pull any further. These, the SWAT T, SWAT stands for stretch, wrap, and tuck. You can occlude blood flow on much smaller circumference limbs. So that's why I have this. We have some dog treats for training or just for positive affirmation. And this one's a little bit fuller. So this is where their corresponding dog booties are. So there's 4 of them. Ruffwear sells them where you measure your dog's foot size, and there's a diagram on their website and even on Amazon for how to do that. Again, they come in multiple different colors, but I tried to pair the booty color or the shoe color to the color of the bag. So red kind of goes with this clay red. And then I just have some extra doggy disposal bags. I have some saline for saline flushes in case me or the dogs get injured and I want to flush rocks or debris or even blood away from an injury before I wrap it with something. And then I put both of the dog bells in here, but I like these if we're out and about and it's daylight and I want to put bells on them, like let's say we're camping and those light up collars or LED lights aren't going to work because it's light outside. These bells work really well because then I don't have to see them, I can hear them, and it works for a really long distance. And then just some more doggy poop bags. So that's what's inside this one. Some of these contents, even though they're in the individual bags, are used for both dogs, like the trauma kit. Now we'll move into the blue one. I don't know if you guys can see. It's a better picture of what the top looks like with the grab handle and the leash hook and then the little spot for the light. And the way it wraps around their body is it goes under their belly and secures in 2 different spots. So one across the chest and then one down further near their hind legs. I bought these 2 500 milliliter flasks that I fill with water, and I put one in there for each dog. And I try to balance the weight. You know, one of my dogs is 50 pounds, the other one is 40 pounds. So I'll give the 50-pound dog a little bit more weight than the 40-pound dog. You just want to keep that in mind. And in this one are the corresponding blue booties for the girl dog that gets the blue pack. Last item in here is a tweezer set. Again, this can be used for both your dog or yourself. There are sharp things, pokey things, stickers. If somebody gets stung by a bee or a wasp or a hornet, you can use these to pull out whatever is stuck. All right, last thing are these life preservers. This is a recent purchase that we got as we've been introducing our dogs more and more into water activities, taking them to the lake, river, even the ocean. These are by Roughwear. They have them in multiple different colors. I think there's like a purple, a blue, and then this bright yellow. We got the bright yellow for both of the dogs because we want to be able to see both of the dogs in the bodies of water. I don't really think the blue one is that smart of a choice because the water's blue. So if you're looking for your dog, you're gonna have a hard time finding your dog wearing a blue life jacket. So we got these. There's no pouches or anything on them. There's just buckles, and then again with the how Roughwear does, it's a nice large grab handle so that you can grab your dogs and pick them up or pull them out of the water or whatnot. There still is the spot for the light, and then under the grab handle, there's a spot for you to leash your dog as well. All right, guys, hope this helped to provide some insight on what kind of gear I take for my dogs when we do outdoor activities. Now, this stuff isn't necessary. I took my dogs on hikes and camping for years without any of this stuff. It's just really nice to have. They're more comfort items and safety measures, and I believe that they provide value to our dogs. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have a great day.